So the purpose of today's short is just to show you, can you eat clean and healthy, relatively cheap, while in recovery? So I've been down to my butcher. Now I buy all my food from butchers or fruit and veg shops. I bought 2 kilos today. I wasn't planning on buying 2 kilos, but it was $32 for 2 kilos on special at the moment. This is just beef mince. I've also got a couple of chilies. I've got garlic, fresh garlic cloves. I've got a couple of carrots. I've got 1 knob of ginger, and you don't have to add this, but I've chosen to add it. This is fresh turmeric. Go to your fruit and veg shop, get fresh turmeric. Fresh turmeric is fantastic for you. It's great for your health. It's great for reducing inflammation in your body. And it's also really great for helping reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and there's a whole heap of other stuff. All this stuff here is clean, single origin ingredients. There's nothing fancy about them. And this is just going to showcase a cheap, easy meal that you can cook at home, and it's fresh and it's full of flavor and it's going to be healthy for you. That's enough talking. Let's get into it. Now, I don't have a proper bowl here, so I'm just going to mix it all in a big pot. So basically, I've got my microplane. If you don't have a microplane, you can probably use the back of your grater. Actually, that's a great idea. If you don't have that, just finely chop it. All right, garlic. Now, just bear in mind, this isn't an exact recipe. I didn't even know I was going to do this until this morning while I was at work. I'm thinking, what am I going to have for lunch today? And I've just made this up. I'm sure it must exist somewhere in the realm, but I'm not following a recipe. This is just stuff that I like, that I'm going to eat. So tweak it whichever way you want. You don't like garlic, don't put garlic in there. You don't like chili, don't put chili in there. Put other stuff in there. Time for the ginger. Same thing, microplane. If you don't, grater works just as fine. Use the fine part of the grater. Yeah, not the grater, not the big part there. Time for the turmeric. Now, again, I've already said, but you don't have to put in everything that I'm putting in. This is just stuff that I particularly like. I guess it's kind of like a Thai inspired, but I also picked them for health reasons as well. I like to eat fresh turmeric. This is why you should wear gloves. I should have thought ahead. You might want to wear gloves when chopping the chili as well, because if you don't and you don't wash your hands, you go to the toilet after chopping chili. Carrot. I'm just adding this in. So this one I'll just grate. Nothing fancy about this. 2 carrots is enough for me. And I'm putting in 2 chilies. Good little tip. When you're chopping on a chopping board, put a wet chucks down on the bench, the chopping board on top. That way, it doesn't slip around. Now I am going to add just a wee bit of tomato paste that I bought. It's nice and clean. This one is literally just tomato paste. There's no nasties in there. Minced meat. In it goes. Now obviously this is a large amount. This is 2 kilos, so I'm going to be freezing the vast majority of this. And that's the best thing about these kind of meals. They are cheap, they're clean, they're healthy, they're good for you. Plus you can make them in bulk. So I could freeze 3/4 of this and leave some out that I'm going to have today or tomorrow or whatnot and have it in the freezer. It's good to go. Salt and pepper. And then that's pretty much it. Then we'll give it a mix. Then it's ready to cook. Now it's time to give this a mix up. Then we'll portion it. And then we're pretty much done. I really did wish now that I wore gloves. Buy some gloves. All right, I'm happy with that. So now what we need to do is just portion it. Now it depends how you plan on cooking it. For me, I'm just going to portion them into like, say, just a little smaller than a tennis ball. Just like that. Flatten it down a bit. And then cook that in the pan like a risotto or a burger. That's all you need to do. Or you can cook it as beef mince, you know, stir it up and have it and smash it up. But that is essentially it. And it's done. I'll just portion up the rest of that later and freeze it up. So basically, quick, easy, relatively cheap meal that you can make for yourself or for family. You can freeze it up, put it away, cook it as you need it, and it's going to be good for you. Good, clean, wholesome, healthy ingredients. So I hope this reel has been informative to somebody who might be curious to try this themselves. And I didn't get any turmeric on me, so winning. Like and subscribe, follow for more.